What's up, guys? It's season number 3 of our Orlando Magic franchise in MyERAs in NBA2K24. The jersey's a little futuristic because it's from 96. We're heading into 94. We've got Shaquille O'Neal. We have got Anfernee Hardaway. We have got Webb. We have turned a corner with our roster. We're not tanking anymore. We're going for the chip. Let's go for it. Let's get it. Again, looking at this current roster that we have, we've got Anfernee Penny Hardaway back on the Orlando Magic. Dale Ellis as a one-year signee. He's an old guy. He's an old man. He's in his 30s. Corey Crowder in there. He's got a great potential, by the way. He's, I believe, an A- is where he's sitting. He's at a B+. Okay, that's all right. Still might hit 80. You never know. Webb and Shaquille O'Neal, we definitely need some bench depth as well if we're going to compete for a championship. But the future is bright in Orlando. We're going to simulate the regular season. We are no longer tanking. In fact, we win 4 of our first 5 to start. Remember when it took us an entire season to win 4? So it looks like we are going to make playoffs in year 3 of our Orlando. Saying our Orlando. Our Orlando Magic, MyERAs franchise here. Season 3, we are going to make playoffs. And we actually should see some gameplay as well, which will be fun. We jump up to 2nd overall in the East. We are back and forth. 2nd to 4th. We are 3rd in the power rankings. We're sitting at 48-27 as our record. We hit a 50-win season in our 2nd season in this. If you want to call it a rebuild, go right ahead. Patrick Ewing winning your MVP, Rookie of the Year. Webb from your Orlando Magic. Randolph Tatum, your 6th man. David Robinson from the Charlotte Hornets, your Defensive Player of the Year. Going from free agency to the Charlotte Hornets. You love to see it. Cecil McLeod, your most improved player. Lou Burton from the Charlotte Hornets, is that Executive of the Year? And Eli, oh my God. Snoke. The guy looks like a grape who's been outside way too long. I don't want to make eye contact with him. Your first team, Jordan Johnson Malone, Webb, rookie. Your 2nd team consists of Tim Hardaway, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Larry Johnson, Christian Laettner, and Shaquille O'Neal. And then Kendall Gill, John Stockton, Scottie Pippen, Sean Kemp, and Purvis Ellison. Defensive team is Jordan Stockton, Kemp, Weber. Let's go. And David Robinson, Isaiah Ryder, Kendall Gill, Karl Malone, the real one, Hot Rod Williams, and Patrick Ewing. Your 2nd defensive team of the year. Webb and Hardaway are on the first rookie team. Calbert Chaney, Vin Baker, and Leon May. What is with that player model? Oh, God. Your 2nd team, Isaiah Ryder, Allen Houston, Jamal Mashburn, the other Karl Malone, and Lindsey Hunter. All right, so in the first round, we do take on 7th seed, the Boston Celtics, and we are going to go game by game here. Boston off to a hot start, but we pick up the pace and absolutely destroy Boston in game number 1. Shaquille O'Neal with 31 points, 13 rebounds. Webb with 15 points and 11 rebounds. Sam Vincent. Look at Sam Vincent go. 24 points in 24 minutes. Muggsy Bogues is an assist machine. Did not score 1 bucket, grabbed a rebound, and dished out 15 in the loss. You love to see it. Game number 2. Again, Boston gets out to a solid lead in the first quarter. It is close. It is not as close with 3 minutes left. We'll keep going. A 107-93 win for your Orlando Magic. 23 for Ellis, 23 for O'Neal, and 20 for Webb. Weber with the double-double. Game number 3, we head to Boston. Actually, a lot closer than most of the other games have been. We jump in with a minute 21 left. Orlando up 99-93. I love how, like, terrible the video looks. There's Penny over to Weber. Webb stops, pops. It doesn't drop. Shaquille O'Neal, though, cleaning up the rebound and putting it home. 101-93 with a minute 9 to go. 57 seconds left. We call a timeout. We will probably get fouled here, I would imagine. They actually aren't going to foul us. They're going to let us run out the clock. Webb on Bird. Over to Hardaway. Here's Shaquille O'Neal. O'Neal does get fouled. Big Diesel is going to go to the line to shoot 2. Probably won't make 2, but probably won't even make 1. This game's rigged. This game's rigged. Shaquille O'Neal making his first shot. Making it a 7-point game with 40 seconds to go. He nails both to make it an 8-point game with 40 seconds left. There's Kevin McHale to inbound. Over to Reggie Lewis. D. Brown. Picked up by Weber on the rebound. There's still time on the clock. Little jump shot there. Shaquille O'Neal picks it up, drops it. 10-point lead, 25 seconds to go, just under 26. This one is all but over. 3-pointer. Rims out. Larry Bird with the rebound. Outlets it over to D. Brown. He shoots. Doesn't drop. Webb with it. Penny Hardaway gets it over the center line and holds on to it. And the Orlando Magic will win game number 3, 105-95, taking a 3-0 lead in the series. Shaquille O'Neal, 33 and 14 with a double-double. Ellis with 14. Hardaway with 12. No rebounds, 5 assists. Crowder there. Webb dropping 8, picking up 17 rebounds, and dishing it out for 12 dimes. You love to see it from the rookie. We move on. I thought it was game number 4, but that's right. In this era, it was best of 5 to move on. We are the only team so far to move on into the second round. We will sim the rest of this round, and we will take on Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, the Charlotte Hornets featuring David Robinson. We'll take on the New York Knicks. The Trailblazers, who have won the last 2, will take on the Lakers. And the Golden State Warriors will take on the Clippers in the Western Conference. Game number 1, Orlando versus Chicago. It is back and forth heading into the 4th quarter. 9 minutes to go, only a 4-point lead. Make it a 5-point lead for the Orlando Magic. 98-95 with 1:42 left. We will jump in at this point. Shaquille O'Neal doesn't look like he's in the lineup. I think that's our backup. These are all backups. There's Penny Hardaway, not playing point guard, puts it up. Other Jordan gets the rebound. Scottie Pippen brings it up the floor, shoots, does not go. Crowder with the ball. Over to Ellis. Ellis finds Hardaway. Hardaway gets into the key. Spins around, throws it out to Vincent. Vincent over to Hardaway for 3. Does not drop. 98-95 Orlando leads. Michael Jordan down low. Gets the bucket, makes it a 1-point lead with 57 seconds left to go. Penny Hardaway brings it up. Attacks the rim, gets fouled by Jordan. No Webb and no Shaquille O'Neal out there for the Orlando Magic. Hits his first shot. Penny nails both free throws and makes it a 3-point game with 50 seconds to go on the clock. Jordan brings the ball up. He's looking for some space. Steps back, shoots. And Jordan-esque does not get it to drop. Ellis now. Over to Penny Hardaway. Hardaway taking his time, looking for some space. Gets into the key, off the glass, does not drop. Bedford with the rebound and gets fouled. 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter in game number 1. Orlando sitting on a 3-point lead. Very, very clutch. Clutch 2 points again here at the foul line for the Orlando Magic. The first one does not drop for Bedford. Needs one of them to drop for a 2-possession game. Does not get the second one to go. Crowder, though, does get the rebound. He gets fouled. 23.7 seconds left on the clock. Bedford went 0 for 2 on those foul shots. But Crowder now has a chance to at least get one for a 2-possession game. First one's up and good. This one goes, the Chicago Bulls will at least need to hit a 3-pointer. It does not go. And Grant calls a timeout. 4-point game, 23 seconds left. Orlando blowing 3 free throws in their final 4 shots there. Trying to see if they've got Jordan out there. I don't think they've got Jordan out there. They do have Pippen. Bank shot off the glass. Makes it a 2-point game. And Penny Hardaway will shoot 2. 14 seconds to go. No Webb again. No Shaquille O'Neal. Absolutely assuming that they have fouled out of this game. I do see Shaq on the bench. And yeah, there is Webb. Penny hits his first, 102.99. Nails both. It is a 4-point game, 14 seconds left. Scottie Pippen brings it up. Armstrong shoots, drops the 3 with 9 to go. Ellis gets fouled, 8 seconds to go. A 1-point lead for the Orlando Magic. An absolute clutch tray. Makes it a 1-point game. Man. Ellis now to shoot 2. First one's up. No good. Opening up the door for a Chicago Bulls win with a 3-pointer. Needs this one to drop, and it does. A 2-point game late in the fourth. Pippen with it now. 5 seconds on the clock. Pippen inside. Goes for 2. It drops. It is tied. We go to overtime in game number 1. Pippen going the safe route, taking a step in and dropping a 2 as we head to overtime. There's that clutch 3 and Pippen's field goal there. Not ideal, missing on a bunch of free throws late in that game. Should have been put away easily. Instead, we head to overtime. Penny, pick and roll, finds room, drops the floater, and Orlando takes the early lead. Chicago responds, 2 of their own. Here's Hardaway. Over to Ellis. Ellis goes for the 3. Drops it. They're only giving him 2. His foot was over the line. A long two-pointer for Orlando. And Pippen with it now for Chicago. Pick and roll there as well. Finds room in the key and drops the layup. Tie game yet again, 1 minute into the first overtime period. Ellis with it now. Over to Hardaway. Waiting for some help. Gets the block. Gets into the key. Stops. And misses. Horace Grant with the rebound. Chicago. Gets it over to Armstrong. Armstrong for three and nails it. Chicago takes a 3-point lead early into the overtime period. Penny Hardaway now. Finds Ellis. Ellis finds Bedford in the paint. Bedford misses. McLeod with the rebound. Some crucial mistakes. Some missed opportunities by the Orlando Magic. And Chicago looking to make them pay. Pippen gets a little bit of room at the top of the key. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Horace Grant. Grant shoots. Does not get it to go. Hardaway with the rebound. Orlando. Up for the alley-oop. King drops it. And it's a 1-point game here in Orlando. Game number 1. The first overtime period. Pippen over to Tucker. Puts it up for an oop himself. Pippen brings it down. And it's back to a 3-point lead for the Chicago Bulls. Penny stops. Finds Crowder. Crowder over to Ellis. Ellis at the top of the arc. Drops it. Tie game. 2 to go. Two evenly matched teams when healthy. I wonder if Michael Jordan fouled out at the end of the first there. Or sorry, at the end of the fourth quarter. Because I don't see him on the floor either, and you definitely want Michael Jordan on the floor in overtime. Penny gets into the paint. Does not get the layup to go. Gets his own rebound. Goes for another shot and misses. And Orlando can't respond to Chicago's 2-point lead. Pippen double teamed. He finds Tucker. Tucker for three. Misses. Rebounded by Penny Hardaway. Runs up the floor. Still going. Goes for the layup. Gets it to fall. And it's a 115-115 tie game. With 1:15 left on the clock. Pippen now. Trying to find some room in the key. Finds Tucker. Takes advantage of the double team and finds the open man. And we head to the final minute in the first overtime period. Here in game number 1. Penny. Not finding a lot of room here. 3 in the key. Gives up the ball. It's a turnover. Chicago now with a 2-point lead. And now Orlando has to get back on defense. Scottie Pippen brings the ball up. A bucket here for Chicago would be drastic for Orlando. Tucker gets a second shot. Misses again. King with the rebound. Gets it over to Penny Hardaway. Hardaway running with a full head of steam. Down the court. Bedford back to Hardaway. Finds Ellis in the paint. Ellis misses. Grabs his own rebound. Tries to pass it to Hardaway. Gets it to Hardaway. And we have a tie game with 26 seconds left. Chicago takes their first time out in overtime as we sit tied. 26 seconds left on the clock, which means there will be 2 possessions, even if Chicago does take all of their time, unless they just absolutely float it at the buzzer. Good to see somebody rocking a man bun in 94, by the way. Chicago with the ball inbounds to Pippen. Pippen with it. Orlando needs a stop here. McLeod with it now just outside the key. Pippen now, top of the arc, steps back, looks, doesn't have a shot yet. Tries to make something happen, running through both defenders, and gets the miss. The Orlando Magic have 4.5 seconds on the clock to try and make something happen here in game number 1. And we sit 117, 4 seconds to go. The ball is in. Penny Hardaway with it. 3, 2 seconds, long 3. Gets it to drop! And the Orlando Magic win game number 1 with a Damian Lillard-like Back to the Future 3. And the Orlando Magic win game number 1 with an absolute dagger. Absolute ice in his veins. Penny Hardaway puts the team on his back. No Webb. No Shaquille O'Neal for the 4th. Look how far out he was. View box score. Hardaway with 33, O'Neal with 22 and 10. He did foul out at the 31-minute mark. So sometime in the 3rd, probably. Webb only got 29 minutes, and he also fouled out after 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. King and Ellis picking up the slack, 15 and 14 respectfully. Crowder with 9 and 7, almost a double-double for Chris Crowder, the small forward that we've got on this squad. Looking at the Bulls, Pippen with 36 did what he could with Michael Jordan fouling out at the 42nd minute. So he did foul out in that 4th quarter. We saw that happen. 36-32 for Jordan, 14 for BJ Armstrong, including that absolute dagger to get it into overtime. Horace Grant with 11 and 7. Williams with 12 rebounds for the Bulls. Amazing. Absolutely bonkers finish to that game. Let's see if the Orlando Magic can continue with that momentum. Another close one. Shaquille O'Neal at the line, 3:36 to go, 94-90 is your score in Orlando, game number 2. And Shaq doing Shaq things at the free throw line. I'm still like buzzing from that 3 from Penny from like Milwaukee. Orlando just not finding an answer for the Pippen-Jordan combo. Webb misses. Shaq goes up, gets hacked, and will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Looks like the offending offender is Horace Grant. Shaq drops 1, makes it a 3-point game. Shaquille O'Neal puts it up, drops the second. A 1-possession game with 1:24 left here in game number 2. The Orlando Magic hold a 1-game lead. Michael Jordan making Ellis just look stupid. I'm not a big fan of cooked goose, but it looks like we have one here in Orlando. Not a really big fan of raw goose either, actually. We're going to end the pain. 109-102, the final, as the Chicago Bulls tie the series at 1. Shaquille O'Neal with a double-double, 25 and 15, 18 and 14 there for Webb. Penny Hardaway, 17 points, 5 assists. For the Chicago Bulls, 39 for Michael Jordan, 7 rebounds and 5 assists. A double-double for Pippen, 12 and 11, 12 points, 11 assists. Another double-double for Horace Grant, 11 points and 15 rebounds. And the series is now tied at 1. Game number 3, we quick sim, and we end up with a 2-1 series lead. You know what? Let's just quick sim another one. And it's tied 2-2 again. Chicago and Orlando just trading wins throughout this series. The Orlando Magic do take a 3-2 win. The Charlotte Hornets move on to the Eastern Finals with a sweep of the New York Knicks. Can the Orlando Magic join them? With 5 to go, we are at 120-113. The Chicago Bulls pulling off the absolute miracle final. How? 136-130. The Chicago Bulls grabbing that win out of the clutches of an absolute loss. It looked like Orlando was going to sneak away with it. 47 for Jordan. 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Double-double for Williams. 15 points, 13 rebounds. Hardaway with 38 points, 4 rebounds, 10 assists. The double-double. Shaquille O'Neal as well. A double-double, 27 and 11. Double-double for Webb down here. 13 points, 10 rebounds. Almost a triple-double for Webb. And we are now heading to a game number 7. Another 7-point lead with 2 to go. I am just going to sim past this. 3-point lead. The Bulls did make it close, but a 106-98 win for the Orlando Magic, who will move on to face the Charlotte Hornets in the East Final. A Battle of Los Angeles we see there in the West. The Lakers beating the Blazers, so we will have a new champion here in season number 3. The Clippers and the Lakers. The Clippers defeating the Golden State Warriors, the Lakers defeating the Blazers, and of course Charlotte beating the New York Knicks with your Orlando Magic. Charlotte beating the New York Knicks there in 4, and the Orlando Magic eliminating Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and the Chicago Bulls in 7 for the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm going to leave it there. We're going to see if your Orlando Magic can make it into the finals and win their first chip in season number 3. It's going to have to be continued. It's just, I don't know what to tell you. Make sure you like, subscribe. We'll do it all again on the next video and hopefully win that championship and go through you know what, win or lose. We'll still go through the draft, the free agency, and maybe even see if we can go back-to-back with this squad. But let's at least try and win that first championship. You can find me on Twitter, Crash_Andrews. Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit those notifications so you know when the Eastern Conference Championship in 1994 happens here with this squad. I thank you guys. Penny Hardaway with that absolute dagger from who knows where, from parts unknown. Still right here. I'm still feeling it. Oh. See you guys on the next video.